has taken over. Let's go. It's Ferrall. Coast to coast. Steaks, chicks, stacks. You and I are going to make a lot of money. It's Ferrall, coast to coast. It's Ferrall on the bench, coast to coast, in the biggest way possible. Hanging out the bad seed, the burgundy, the bad apple with a bad attitude. We are live in New York City, the Big Apple. Ooh. People dressed in plastic bags, directing traffic, some kind of fashion trade, along with the Tutty and Tater King. And baseball is back. The founder of the Aisle Seat podcast and the rights holder of the Sheet of Integrity, to put it with the golf guru himself, Carver High this afternoon, ladies. Mafia running it with Luke. I am your father. The rundown on a midweek Where Do You Hurt Wednesday. We got a double shot with Morency this very hour from British Columbia. And then in the second hour, it's the Prime Minister of Canada, Cam Stewart, live in Toronto with Carver High, getting ready for the Houston Open. And then in the final hour, a double shot with Stewie, Keith Stewart from Read the Line, dancing on dem golf tickets. Can we get involved? Why not? Last night, they cheered Jimmy Lymphoma in Miami, but he was still the same jerk after the game that he always is, saying that none of it affected him at all. He had no emotions whatsoever, and he doesn't want to talk to Pat Riley, and he doesn't want Pat Riley to talk to him. And it is amazing to me that I saw today. Now, I didn't sit around and watch for an hour LeBron James talk about himself, but I did hear the clip of him making fun of Pat Riley for taking cookies off of their airplane when he was with the Heat. Like, how many people are going to step on Pat Riley these days? Like, at some point, you know, I got to tell you, hate me all you want for saying this, but like, you know, I don't mess with my elders. I really don't. I don't mess with legends. I don't mess with Hall of Famers. I don't mess with guys with that many rings. I don't mess with anybody that's done more than me, that's done more in life, that's accomplished more in life and been around longer in life. I've always believed in respecting your elders. And all these dudes just talk so much shack about him. This guy's a prick. And you can quote me on that, this guy, Butler. Quote me. I don't care. And I've had it with being nice. And he's an unpleasant person. He's exactly what I just said he was. This guy hasn't stopped talking about this guy. I'm sick and tired of his ass. And he got his ass beat last night again, too, Mike. Screw him and screw LeBron James. Hey, were those rings nice enough for you in Miami that you bought so that you could play on a championship team? How about the other ones you bought? I mean, you bought all your rings, right? How'd the decision go for you when you were a little brat? You know, respect your elders. You know, someday he's going to be old. Watch what happens. He already is. Watch what happens when you get old and no one gives a rat's ass about you. You'll be wishing people respected their elders then, when your own kids don't listen to you. You'll see. It's coming right around the neighborhood. It's sneaking around the cul-de-sac right now and coming right for your front door. Know it all. I heard him talking about, right, like, can you believe these people? What's next? They're going to start spitting on Jerry West? What's next? They're going to spit on Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell? I mean, these guys of today, honestly, they're all a bunch of asshats. See what money does to people? I'm telling you, I'm not tripping either. I don't care what you think of the start of my show either. It was fantastic at the end of the day. Fantastic start. Let's light this thing up from the beginning. Fuel, fire, roll.
Happy Wednesday here as we get going. Good Wednesday on C2C as we begin roll. I did see some of the clips from that. And yeah, all these guys do have a they all got something to say about Riley one way or the other, whether it's Butler
Are you
or
kidding
LeBron.
me?
They all got something to say about Pat.
Listen, how do you feel about what I just said about this guy, Riley? I don't mess with him. I don't care what they think of him in his older years, at the end of his career here, running the Heat. He's done a lot for the Miami Heat, and he did even more for the Lakers. I don't want to hear, like, the fact that they just spit on this guy is so unbelievable to me. These ungrateful prima donnas. Like this guy, I don't know how many times I got to say it. This guy has been on 15 teams. He is a cancer. Wherever he goes, it's a nasty ending and divorce. Am I wrong? Like, what, am I going to sit here and, like, defend it? It's simple. Everywhere he goes, it ends the same way, horribly. You can't satisfy this guy. I said it before, I'll say it again. He's a prick. This is what we call people that act like him their whole life. You're a prick. And someone needs to pop him in the mouth. Where I come from, someone needs to shut him up. Stop talking bad about people that are legends, that are Hall of Famers. Shut up. You're not one yet. Know-it-all, prick. And don't even tell me that's a swear word around here. I don't even want to hear it. That's candy. That's saltwater taffy. I don't even want to hear it. You want to hear swearing? Come to my house.
So
what do you think? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, I think it's a little too much to start dragging Riley around. I probably. I mean, they obviously have had their issues with him. All these guys have, but
so what?
They've got all those, those big rings that they have to put in, in safes at their house. A lot of them got those because of him. A lot of these guys. So I'd be careful.
They don't think so. They don't think so.
Well, Jimmy Lymphoma didn't get one, obviously. He got him to 2 finals, but didn't get him one. But LeBron's
How many
got
rings
a couple.
does he got?
Yeah, he's not working on any yet. He's got to work on a few. He hasn't gotten there yet. He's trying to get one.
I
with the
love
Dubs.
watching him soak up year after year with no rings, because you know what? The older you get, the less chance you're getting one.
I'd have
Unless
to say
you're
at this
Ferrall
point,
with my 13 rings, son. I ran out of fingers.
I'd have to say at this point,
I got him on my toes
his chances are declining to get one. That's for sure. A lot of good games tonight, including the Knicks are dogs at home to the Clippers. We'll talk about that. And the Lakers are in Indiana against the Pacers tonight. So we do have some good NBA that we will get to. I'm very excited about baseball starting tomorrow. Got it all for you today. Lines for tomorrow, lines for the season, for some awards and some futures. We've got the over-unders for the season that I'm playing. We have the taters for tomorrow already with them all put on the board. So we've got a lot of baseball that we will have. And actually some good weather maybe at most of these places tomorrow also, which is dicey at the end of March to have opening day, but at least like at Yankee Stadium.
Let's establish 50 degrees.
Low
Yankee
50s.
Stadium. Let's establish. I was driving this morning, playing ball, 5:45 in the morning, driving back, 7:30, and I looked, and I live in New York City, and I'm just like, it's so grim here. There's no leaves sprouting. There's no flowers. There's no buds. There's nothing. It's winter. They said it's spring. Lee Goldberg keeps telling me it's spring. Lee, go back to Boston, okay, where it stays winter until June, okay? It's so winter still here. It's not even freezing ass every day. Freezing ass. It's March Madness. What the hell else are we going to do than watch college basketball and freeze our asses off every day?
We do have that. They'll get back at it tomorrow night as well. NIT night. Anteaters tonight. Against UAB. Love the Anteaters.
It's a bread center.
So my team didn't win this weekend, but I still did with this app that's taking over the game. Sports Millions Pick'em lets you make quick and easy predictions. Pick your favorite players, go higher or lower, and you can still win big even if your team loses. Plus, the multiplier is insane. With just a few picks, you can win big money. So get on it. They've got a welcome bonus to help you start off your winning streak.
New to social casinos? You're in for a treat. Most online casinos offer bonus cash or coins just for signing up. That's your own little participation trophy. Now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take. Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What?
How do you do this once?
Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that ring. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of thoughts.
18.5 point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.
You can catch Sports Rage weeknights at 10 Eastern on our TV and radio outlets, and you can catch Morency on with us on Coast to Coast every day from Vancouver. So I know you're looking forward to Friday night and the Michigan-Auburn game, and I think the last time I talked to you about it, you told me that you think they'll cover at worst, and I want to know if your mood has changed about them winning, and I also just want to get your reaction. I don't know the guy from Adam, but that story about that football coach creeping out on women is kind of crazy coming out of Ann Arbor. That guy's in all kinds of trouble.
I've kind of selectively not talked about that story, Scott. If it was an Ohio State coach, I probably would have brought it up a little bit more.
I'll bet. That guy's finished.
The thing is, that's one of the strangest stories ever, actually, for people wondering there was a coach. For the record, though, at least, it's not like a current coach. You know what I mean? They clearly found out and let him go, right? So he hasn't been there. So whenever they found out about this, but yeah, he was yeah, he was basically getting information on students and getting into their personal pictures, and he had quite the collection. Yeah, quite the collection, evidently going on. I guess that's frowned upon. Yeah, that's frowned upon.
That guy was doing way more than that. He was getting women's information and then finding out all kinds of sexual preferences, this and that. It never ended. They showed him walking into court the other day, and believe me, he wasn't talking at that point. He was going to have to talk in front of that judge. That guy's
Hey, listen,
cooked.
Scott, at least Connor Stallions only peeps and stalks other football coaches, right?
He's doing way better.
Saying, hey, I'm not so bad now. All right, I'm not so bad now. You see, I'm only scouting football games. I'm not creeping. I'm not creeping. Yeah, this has movie written all over it, right? On like one of these women networks, right? On campus, the college coach creeper. Yeah. The college coach creeper.
I'm telling you. So do you think Michigan can win the game?
I do. Listen, at this stage, why can't they? Auburn, listen, Scott, Auburn lost 3 of their last 4 games to end the regular season and into the SEC tournament. Not that that's the be-all, that end-all, but they're not an invincible team. I don't think they should have been the overall number 1 seed. I think Duke should have been the overall number 1 seed, but because of the SEC, right? Auburn aren't the best team in the country. I get it. They played in the best conference. and they won the regular season. I'll give it to them. Florida Gators won the SEC tournament, but you and I talked about how meaningless the tournaments are. Dude, Auburn's size freaks me out a little bit, Scott. I'm not going to lie about that. I think there's going to be a lot of putbacks, a lot of second chance opportunities for the Auburn Tigers, but I do believe in Michigan's matchups. I think Michigan's players can play with them. You know, they're not going to have the advantage on the glass, but I don't think it'll be insurmountable. To me, it's all about the pace that Michigan are going to play at, and I got to believe they're going to slow it down against Auburn. I don't think they're going to want to run. I do like the over still because I think, you know, they're going to get into the high 70s, these teams, and it's 154. So I really do like the over, Scott, but yeah, I believe they can win. And hey, wouldn't it be cool to see a collision course here with Michigan State and Michigan? But I'm starting to buy in, Scott, that Ole Miss can knock Sparty off in this game, actually. I'm a believer in the Mississippi Rebels.
Yeah, I'm a believer in Chris Beard, and he's
Hell
a
of a
great
coach.
Everything he's touched has turned to gold, except his marriage. And I think that he's everywhere he's been, all he's done is amazing things. And I think that he's going to give Michigan State problems. You know, he's working
There's another
on it right
story,
now,
Scott. I can't help but, like, you casually threw that in there, like everything he touched. That was the problem. He touched too much besides gold.
Yeah.
That was quite the story, too, because he was doing a good job. He was the coach of the Texas Longhorns. He's buzzing along. Everything's fine. There was a domestic incident, and his wife took back the domestic incident once she realized, yeah, I'm getting fired now, honey. Remember? It was like
she walked it
she was
back
like, no,
Cam
it
Hayward
never really
walked back.
happened.
She walked it back like Cam Hayward walked back the comments about Rodgers.
Yeah, in Texas, we're like, it's too late. You already admitted it. It's done. It's gone. You know, we've moved on. Listen, it was an incident. It is what it is. I wasn't there. But from a basketball perspective, Scott, you know, Calipari brought it up against St. John's. And I talked about it as well, about, you know, St. John's like to bully you, but you're not going to bully Arkansas. And Calipari talked about bullies don't like to be bullied back. And I think we have a case here. Like, dude, Michigan State just try to, you know, they play football on a basketball court. You know, they've always played the same style, Scott, right? They can shoot a bit. They got a couple of guys, but it's effort. It's grit. It's, you know what I mean? Like, they're just
rebounding and
bringing
banging. It's rebounding and banging. And they
rebound
hustle,
and bang.
but I don't think they shoot the ball well. Let me ask you this question.
But the kids from Ole Miss, Scott, they're used to this in the SEC. They play physical basketball in the SEC. They're going to match up well with Michigan State. And I'll argue that Mississippi are more athletic than Michigan State. Really close game. Give me the points.
So I was playing ball today with a guy that was trying to sell me that Sean Miller was not going to do well in Austin. And I was like, I mean, this guy's done great at Arizona until he got popped. And then he always did well at Xavier. With the deep pockets in Austin, why wouldn't he do well at Texas? I think he's going to do great there and in the SEC. I think Texas will be better than they've ever been. Seriously.
Like I said, since he got popped, you know, every college coach, everybody's got something. All right, well, what's his story? Well, you know, a little bit of shoe deals, money. Like, I don't know, the whole Miller thing, he was doing NIL before NIL. Let's just call it up for what it is. So it's like, yeah, all right, whatever. He's not a bad guy. Yeah, it's like, all right. Was he paying players? Yeah, okay. I agree with you, Scott. He's a hell of a coach. They're going to be right in the mix right now. They don't have a problem recruiting. I don't know, like, there's, you know, Scott, we saw this with the Texas football program as well, in which they went through a lot of big-time coaches who were hot elsewhere. Remember, Charlie Strong was a hot commodity. They loved Tom Herman at first. Tom Herman, let's bring him in. They finally got it right with Sarkisian. They've had a hard time just finding that right guy. But, and another note here, though, guys, Texas basketball's never won. So, like, this whole thing, like, some of these schools, we got to get back to what we were. You never were there. You're a football
school.
You were never there. When did Texas ever win, Scott, in our lifetime basketball? I don't remember.
Come back,
never.
We'll talk to Morency about some of the players in the NFL draft that's just under a month away.
two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take.
Ka-ching!
Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results.
What?
How do you do this one?
Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
They are a street ball team. They remind me of an N1 team, right?
Yeah.
They are street ball fast, park fast, playing in the hood. They are no joke, McNeese.
Yeah.
They can beat anybody. They won 27 games as well for a reason.
It's a bracket. You trust the team to make a run. Feels good until it doesn't. And that's didn't feel good for all that long with Kansas.
Only on SportsGrid. That magical time of the year when everyone suddenly becomes a basketball expert. Highlight watching, mascot picking, bracket stressing. Sound familiar? Skip the guesswork with Bracket Central. Real expert picks, trusted analysis, and zero stress. Because choosing teams by mascot cuteness isn't exactly a winning strategy. Only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that rim. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of 18.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
We're talking to Morency, and I want to hit some draft stuff. First, I want to start with the Michigan guys. Will Johnson and Colston Loveland, whose stock is rising at tight end for certain. And then obviously a top 5 pick will be the defensive tackle, Mason Graham. Once again, it'll be a nice haul for the Wolverines going into the NFL making the money.
I'll tell you what, don't forget about Will Johnson, Scott, one of the top cornerbacks in the draft as well.
Yeah,
you know, Mason Graham. Okay, Will Johnson. Yeah, Colston Loveland. I was just thinking about Loveland when you were talking about him. Loveland would be a nice fit with the Chargers, wouldn't he? Right? Like Harbaugh, they need a tight end. It's a perfect fit. Harbaugh recruited him. Right? He didn't draft any Michigan players last year, Harbaugh. So he didn't like say, oh, you know, these are my guys automatically. Look, he took a guy to beat him in McConkey in Georgia, actually. Right? So I could see, you know, Loveland's a nice fit there, but the NFL draft, Scott, now with his Russell Wilson deal, I mean, God knows what's going to happen. Like, I've never, you know, almost been as confused coming into a draft as this year's draft. The Giants can't be taking a quarterback now. I mean, I know people are talking about, they could still draft a quarterback. You have Jameis Winston. You just paid Jameis Winston. You just paid Russell Wilson. You've got DeVito as your third-string quarterback right now. So, you know, what are the Cleveland Browns going to do?
I still think they're drafting Sanders.
I don't think they are. I don't think they know what they're doing, number one. I don't think they know what they're doing.
Both of those guys are bums, and you know it. Russell Wilson, I watched him. I mean, honestly,
yes.
I'd rather have a fat girlfriend than watch that guy drop back in the pocket, and he's got cement on his shoes. He's so slow and awful.
I've got nothing against the heavier set.
In December, he was an absolute train wreck. And then Jameis Winston's a disaster, too. He's funny, but he's not good. And then Tommy Cutlets, they'll get rid of him so fast your head will spin.
And the problem is, too, if you're a Giant fan, you're trying to spin this somehow. Like, you saw what he did with the Steelers, and the Steelers aren't a perfect team by any stretch of the imagination. No, but they're a lot better than the New York Giants are. Like, their O-line is better. Like, they have a lot more talent around. They had a lot more talent around Russ. Now, you know, Russ is going to be running for his life. Yeah, no, exactly. Now Russ can be running for his life. So I don't do like the Giants. Just draft a damn quarterback. Like I don't mind a Jameis Winston. You're getting Jameis Winston for $4 million a year, Scott. Right? It's a 2-year deal, $8 million, whatever.
Fair enough, but he's not the future.
No, he ain't the future. But neither is Russell Wilson. You know what I said on the show last night, Scott? It's like they're paying. It's like paying off debt on. It's like paying interest on a debt.
Paying the mob.
Yeah, no, it's like, what does this do for us? We bought another year. Now next year we're in the same thing. Like you're admitting it. Yeah, we're signing Wilson to a 1-year deal. So you're admitting that, yeah, we don't really think he's good. Otherwise we'd be signing him to a multi-year deal. And now your Steelers have boxed themselves into a corner. It's Aaron Rodgers or bust, Scott.
Yeah, listen, I think that it's exactly, you're saying everything I need to know about why they're doing it. That he's a 1-year plan because they're not going to start Shedeur Sanders. So they're going to draft him, and then they're going to have this guy Wilson there 1 year. This kid will learn from Wilson and from Famous Jameis. And
well, I'll tell you what, I like that. That's a reality show. I want to see Famous Jameis and Shedeur Sanders in the same room together.
I think that'll be pretty entertaining. Listen, they have to draft a quarterback in the future. They have no future with these three that they have.
No.
Their quarterback room is syrup. So I think that he's the future, and the future is get him now at 3. It's happening. But Cam Ward's going 1.
Yeah, but what the hell are the Cleveland Browns going to do?
Then they're going to take Carter.
Which they just gave Myles Garrett all this money. All right, so they want to stockpile their defensive line. Fine. Who's their quarterback? Kenny Pickett?
Apparently.
Deshaun Watson? Like, I don't know. They own Deshaun Watson. They already gave him the $250 million.
Speaking of bad quarterback rooms, Kenny Smallhands and Mr. Hands himself. Mr. Hands.
I'm a Kenny Pickett fan now, all right, because of New Orleans. Because of New Orleans. I like the fact that he was walking around alone, eating and Raising Cane's chicken by himself, just like in the Eagles T-shirt, like when all the other high roller, the players were at the casino. And I saw him at the pro day. He looks like he's like 16. He's like a small little dude. Like no one was talking to him at the pro day. I felt bad for him. I was like, there's Kenny Pickett guy. This guy's kind of gotten kicked around a little bit. He's got a ring.
And I think he's got a hot wife, too.
Probably does.
Guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take.
Ka-ching!
Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this once?
Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
They are a street ball team. They remind me of an N1 team, right?
Yeah.
They are street ball fast, park fast, playing in the hood. They are no joke, McNeese.
Yeah.
They can beat anybody. Well, they won 27 games as well for a reason.
It's a bracket. You trust the team to make a run. Feels good until it doesn't. And that's didn't feel good for all that long. Kansas.
Only on SportsGrid. That magical time of the year when everyone suddenly becomes a basketball expert. Highlight watching, mascot picking, bracket stressing. Sound familiar? Skip the guesswork with Bracket Central. Real expert picks, trusted analysis, and zero stress. Because choosing teams by mascot cuteness isn't exactly a winning strategy. Only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that ring. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of 15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
So what was it last night? 6-2 in spreads in the NBA that we hit, and then last night was another good night, but not at the Kaseya in Miami, where I thought the Dubs would do better than they did against the Heat.
That's for sure. They got smashed in this game, 112-86. The Heat take care of business. They had some big nights. Adebayo had 27 and 8, 14 and 10 for Ware. Hero had 20. Everybody was getting involved as the Heat were dominating on TNT.
Worry about the offense later.
Wiggins, a driving kick out of Bayo, corner three, got it! Point a little bit of contact, could have been a whistle, but nothing against Green. Out of Bayo's got 21.
And 2 threes.
Look at Wiggins. Just magnificent defense. Out of Bayo, Euro stepping.
Yeah, every squirrel gets a nut, right? They finally won a game. They've been awful since he left. He tore that team to shreds. They went right down the drain with all that drama. He ruined their season. Butler. I don't care what anybody says.
He absolutely did. They asked him afterwards. He really, let's just say he didn't have much to say, honestly, after the game. It was very like, it's over and done with. I'll hear boos wherever I go. He didn't have a great night either. 11 points and 6 boards and 2 assists in 29 minutes. He was 5 for 12 from the floor. He's just looking to move on after the loss in Miami last
night. I mean, we're all good. We didn't win. Yeah, I don't think we played the style of basketball that we wanted to play, that we talked about playing at the same time. But like I said, it's another one. So it didn't go in the win column, it went in the loss column. But it's like any other time I'm doing media, we got to bounce back because we can't let the thing spiral out of control. We got to go into New Orleans, and they've been playing incredibly well, and get that one. Definitely got to get that one.
Yeah, listen, it is what it is. He went back there. I really don't feel like they beat him because he was there. I just think that without Curry and you're on the road, it just wasn't their night, and Miami was hitting everything, and they hadn't had a good game in a month. The Heat haven't played a good game in a month. I mean, I saw him playing the Knicks at the Garden, right? And they were up at the half by a bucket. They still got whacked. Like, they couldn't finish a game to save their ass. So they finally had a decent game shooting the rock. And, Wiggins, speaking of a guy that's miserable, like, when he got traded down there, like, who complains about being on the Miami Heat, like, and living in Miami? I've never seen anything like it. Like, so even if you got traded there, I'd be like, all right, I hate the team, but, man, do I like living here. This is awesome. Like, I mean, what do I got to do at night? Play basketball for 2 hours, and then you're out there in South Florida loving life. Don't tell me Butler didn't like South Florida. Don't tell me anyone. Like, I lived there for a long time. There's no one that doesn't like it there. No one. Homeless people love it there. Everyone loves it there.
You can always find some positives if you're playing in Miami. I mean, there's got to be some positives somewhere. Like, let's be fair. I mean, you can't be walking around like you're miserable down there. Well, even if you like your game's broke or the team sucks or whatever, there's good things happening for you at somewhere along the line in that city. I was a little surprised he got, because of how it's been portrayed, I was a little surprised he got as many cheers as he did. Like, it was more of a mixed reaction that I thought was more cheers than boos. And that kind of surprised me a little bit. But it's not like, you got to remember, we're talking big about Miami and how it's a great place to live and the weather and all that. It's not exactly the sports town that like Philly or New York or Boston are. Like, that's like a whole nother animal. If that situation happened in any of those cities, he would have really heard it last night.
It's like a place to be seen and go to a game. And the Heat games are, for the pretty people. Beautiful people, gorgeous people, supermodels, hot chicks from South Beach. I mean, it's like nothing you've ever seen. I used to go to games all the time, and I'd be like, oh, my God, look at the women at this game. It's just, who cares about the game? The Dolphins are, and always have been, even though the Heat have had more success, it's always been a Dolphins town, and they don't care about the Marlins. They never did. I was there when they beat the Yankees in 2003, and it was you know what it was? It was like a quick fix. It was like, what? We're in the playoffs? What? We won the wild card? What? We're in the Pennant? What? We're in the World Series? What? We won? And then right when it was over, it was like it never happened. Like people just went right back to being like, it's hot as hell here. Oh my God, the humidity. Like no one, you're right. It's not like a normal sports town, but it is a town where you go to a game, with your buddies and you're just looking at smoke shows. They're everywhere.
Well, they better show up to the Marlin. I mean, the Marlin game tomorrow. I mean, not only is it opening day. I mean, Skeens is on the mound. I mean, that's enough. I mean, Skeens is going to be out there. I don't think those people care
about Paul Skeens in South Florida. Let me tell you something. I never met one person, literally, that wanted to go to a Marlin game. I used to give away tickets on my show every day. I had my own section, the Ferrall-Ividians, and I literally gave them away. I mean, and I had them all there, junkies, drunks, homeless people. I had them all at the game. No one went to their games. When I used to go to the games with this section I had, there were 3,000 people at the games at Hard Rock, 3,000 people. It was so empty. I mean, you could fart and hear it in the upper deck in the left field corner. I mean, honestly, it was empty, and it still is. Nobody goes. Same thing in Tampa. Nobody goes.
Amazing. It really is. Elsewhere last night, NBA, Knicks 128-113 over the Mavs. How about some of these numbers for the Knicks last night, Scotty? First of all, you had OG Anunoby with 35 in the game for the Knicks, and then not one but two triple-doubles. Cat with 26, 12, and 11, his first triple-double as a Knick, and Josh Hart with 16, 12, and 11, his ninth of the season, a new Knick record. That stood for what, 50-plus years? Clyde had that, the most triple-doubles in a season. So Hart with 9, filling it up, the stat sheet for the Knickerbockers last night.
He's a dog. I mean, this guy is I think he's the glue. Everyone, talks about Brunson and the big bodega, but the reality is that the heart and soul and dog and glue of that team is Josh Hart. I have never in my life seen a guy 6'5" rebound like that guy. Like, you understand, like, the greatest rebounder I ever watched play basketball was Dennis Rodman. And not even close. No one even close to him. Like, he was the greatest of all time. And I think that this guy, Hart, is 6'5". This guy gets more rebounds than anyone I've ever seen that size in my life. Like, I've never seen anything like it. It's like he's got a magnet on his hand to the ball on both the offensive and defensive end. I've never seen a guy that size work that hard on getting the ball off the rim. And I'm telling you, I believe my entire life, you want to win basketball games? Get rebounds. You limit the other team's chances, you win the game. How many times are you going to see a team get three or four offensive boards off of one possession and then get the bucket? And then how about the and one? They'll get 3 rebounds, go to the 10, score, foul, and make the free throw, make it a 3-point play after you just got 3 rebounds taken right from you by a guy like Josh Hart. You want to win games playing basketball? Control the boards.
That's what you got to do. Hit the glass, baby. That's what it's all about. Magic beat the Hornets 111-104, and the Spurs beat the Pistons 122-96.
Yeah, no. The Pistons won that game.
Pistons beat the Spurs 122-96. They are now 1 game back of the Bucks for the 5 in the East. So they're trying to climb. And the Bucks, as I'll tell you when we come back, they're going to have all kinds of problems here because no more Dame time for them.
What a shame.
No more Dame time. Dame time.
That is just, I don't know how I'm ever going to get through the rest of the week.
Two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take.
Ka-ching!
Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this once?
Oh, Donnie
You've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
They are a street ball team. They remind me of an and one team, right?
Yeah.
They are street ball fast, park fast, playing in the hood. They are no joke, McNeese.
Yeah.
They can beat anybody. They won 27 games as well for a reason.
It's a bracket. You trust the team to make a run. Feels good until it doesn't. And that's didn't feel good for all that long with Kansas.
Only on SportsGrid. That magical time of the year when everyone suddenly becomes a basketball expert. Highlight watching, mascot picking, bracket stressing. Sound familiar? Skip the guesswork with Bracket Central. Real expert picks, trusted analysis, and zero stress. Because choosing teams by mascot cuteness isn't exactly a winning strategy. Only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high. But the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that ring. Get it inside!
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of
15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
Yeah, it just can't even be allowed, even though I'm glad he did it, Hart passing Clyde. But I don't think it's legally allowed in the Garden is to pass Clyde in anything. I don't think it's safe for anyone to pass Clyde doing just anything. Records, dressing, broadcasting. Clyde owns the Garden. Let's just remember that and respect your elders. Shouldn't have passed him last night. He should have thrown the ball out of bounds. It was a mistake. He'll live to regret.
can't
Did you
have
see
it.
that pass from Towns from half court
full
to
court.
him
Yeah,
with the cutter?
It was a tremendous throw.
What a play.
Cat had a lot. Let me tell you, Cat had a bunch. He had a few like he was right on the foul line, throwing it behind the head to these cutters. I mean, he had some unbelievable passes last night. Cat, he was all over the place. Thunder become the first team in the NBA to hit 60 wins this year. 121-105 in Sacramento last night. SGA getting involved, as always, on TNT.
Caruso comes down with it. SGA a three. Nothing but the bottom of the cup. They rebound, and here comes the Thunder. Looking for their 11th straight win on the road. SGA, reverse style. Oh, that's pretty for the MVP frontrunner.
Yeah, so didn't Draymond Green say he's not afraid of him and he's not worried about him and everything? He will be when he plays in the NBA Finals, gets a ring, and wins the MVP. He never shuts up, this guy.
Never shuts up. Like, what are we doing? Like, can you just go play?
No.
Like, honestly, it's just, what is it with these guys? I know you say it all the time, but, like, can you do that in the off season or when you're done playing?
Remember when he was in trouble for punching his teammate Poole and he finally shut up because his name was Mud in America and they had finally shut him up. He became the recluse and went into hiding because everyone wanted him dead. And then it finally blew out of town like the weather. And then he went right back to being the asshat that he is. Shai Gilgeous is the most dangerous player in the NBA.
He's without question going to win the MVP this year, having an unbelievable season. Rockets beat the Hawks by 7, 121-114. They have won 10 out of 11 though. The Rockets playing well. The Grizz beat the Jazz 140-103. They smoked them by 37. Two things here, and they were both kind of lowlights. Number one, that KJ Martin airball. I mean, honestly, like you got to be kidding me.
That was the worst shot I've ever seen.
That's pathetic.
He shot it from the wing, and it landed at like the free throw box.
It barely got to the paint. Like it barely got. I mean, it was embarrassing for.
And no one
KJ
touched
Martin.
it. It was just a shankopotamus.
And the other thing was, I don't know if you saw the clip of. Did you see the clip of? I think it was Bane like fighting with one of the other guys on the team.
Yeah.
What was that? I mean, you're winning by 40. Like, what is the problem? Honestly, Bane getting involved with all this.
No one tells me what to do. That's one of those guys. Like I'm not having it. He just
not having.
Is there anything worse than the guy that starts the fight with his own teammate? Like I just talked about it, Draymond Green. I mean, he's punching teammates, and Bane's arguing and fighting with his own teammates. You know what they do with guys like that? Where I come from, you just get rid of them. Get rid of them.
Get him out. Send him out the door. Got to clean him out.
Gambling
get him on out. Cavs did beat Portland 122-111 late night as well. So that's how it is. And the big injury news last night that came out last night was for the Bucks, who, as we know, I mean, it hasn't been a great year. Listen, they got 40 wins already. They're going to be in the top 6 in the East, but like it's not what you expect when you have Giannis and Dame time.
You're not winning it.
Well, now they're not going to have Dame time. He is out indefinitely. Blood clot in his calf.
What?
That doesn't sound good at all. So they're not even have a return date for him. He's just that. I mean, the playoffs are in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You're about a month away, just under a month from playing the playoffs.
He doesn't sign autographs when he's playing. I wonder, now that he's not playing, does he get moody and he signs even less and doesn't want to be bothered? That would be my guess. He doesn't want to be bothered by normal, everyday people or fans that pay money to watch him play, or you're not allowed to approach him. So this is what happens. When you're so unapproachable and so standoffish, then this God that they all talk to that loves their teams, like, I'm here because of God. God gave him a blood clot in his leg is what I think. This is the same thing as the NHL not reporting injuries where we make up the injuries for them. You don't want to tell us what the injury is? Well, we'll give you a blood clot in your calf.
Yeah, that's not a good thing at all. And honestly, I wasn't sure, even with Lillard, if they were going to win. Like, you look at it now, they'd play the Pacers in the first round. Didn't they lose to them last year, too? They play the Pacers in the first round.
I like the Pacers.
Or they might play the Knicks. Would they beat either of those teams with Lillard?
No.
In the first round. So, without him, that's even going to be even worse for their prospects as we get through this. So, will Doc get whacked if that happens? They go out in the first round again and chop Doc again, or is he good? He's got.
I think they actually love Doc Rivers in Milwaukee.
Why?
They love him.
Why do they love him? I can't believe they love him. Because
he gets the 3 wins.
Yeah, I know. I'm good at. I never get credit for those 3 wins. I blow those 3-1 leads, but I never get credit for them. We'll come back. We have games tonight, including, as I mentioned to you before, the Lakers are in Indiana against the Pacers. And how about the Clippers? Road favorites at the Garden against the Knicks tonight. So we will give you the numbers for that. And Boston out west in Phoenix. Late game of the TV doubleheader. So we'll give all the numbers.
With no Tatum, and then that Clippers line smells like the catch of the day because it smells fishy. And I think that Pacers have won 5 in a row. They're on fire.
That magical time of the year when everyone suddenly becomes a basketball expert. Highlight watching, mascot picking, bracket stressing. Sound familiar? Skip the guesswork with Bracket Central. Real expert picks, trusted analysis, and zero stress. Because choosing teams by mascot cuteness isn't exactly a winning strategy. Only on SportsGrid.
Two guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take.
Ka-ching!
Why? Because of parity.
I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this one? Oh, Donnie, you've got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
It's made every match so much more enjoyable to watch because you don't get the stinkers, right?
Right. It goes back to these guys being smart. They figured out that if I've got the hammer in my back pocket and I don't relinquish it, we can just play them straight up and win. They figured that out. And so it's like, all right, now credit to the people at TGL. Like, no, we need to fix this because the hammer can change the match. And since we fixed it, you're not out of it.
The Smiley Show, only on SportsGrid.
So, 6-2 Monday with NBA spreads, 5-3 Tuesday night with NBA spreads. Now we got another one tonight with some good games. What's so funny?
I had to look at his age. We were talking about now Nance made this big proclamation about how, because there was a lot of moving and shaking in the broadcasting with CBS today. Danielson's going to stop doing the college football on CBS. He's retiring.
Is that right?
So they're moving Charles Davis to college in 26 to do college football, and then J.J. Watt's going to be with Ian on the NFL.
I knew that.
As all that. So there's been some moving parts. So I guess because Jim wasn't part of any of that, he had to go and make it in proclaim of his own, which is that he plans on doing Masters until 2036, which is, I guess, the 100th Masters, and it would be his 51st, I think he said it would be. He will be 76, or about to be 76 when that Masters comes around. I told you that. He could give up the basketball. He'll give up the football eventually. He's never giving up that drive down Magnolia Lane. He is never giving that up.
Honestly, who does that? Like, I've never seen that before in my life. Somebody announces they're going to retire in 11 years. Like
11 years.
He's got it all figured out, huh? Like, I'll be lucky if I'm alive in 11 years. Like, I'm worried about tomorrow. Like, and this guy's got 2036 all planned out.
He's got it zeroed in. He's got it all the way.
I was thinking about 2036. I'll be 71, and my guess will be not playing basketball anymore. I'll be a ratchety, old, cranky. My hips, I'll probably have both replaced, both knees replaced. I'll probably play the par 3 golf down in Boca Chica. Who announces their retirement 11 years ahead of time? Like, what is happening here? Now, I knew about J.J. Watt. I didn't know about Danielson. So Danielson's done now? Or is he doing one more year?
He's gonna do this season. So this fall, 2025, he'll do one more college football season on CBS in that Saturday afternoon slot. And then he's done after that. Charles Davis will do one more year with Ian on the NFL this fall. And then CD will go to the college and go and do that with
Wasn't Charles Davis originally at Fox? Because he used to do my show forever, I think. Or was he always
with
CBS?
Fox?
Remember, he did our show at CBS?
Yeah, I think 3 or 4 years ago he went over to CBS and he's been doing the games with Ian on CBS the last couple of years. So CD now getting into college. He loves college. Maybe also you do the draft coverage for NFL Network, things like that. So very involved.
2036.
2036.
I'm worried about.
You got me thinking about it now. Like, I'm
starting at 5
in my
o'clock.
mid-50s when Nance hangs it up. Like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like thinking about like my daughter's going to be graduating high school when Nance decides to stop making the drive down Magnolia Lane. Like, that's just too much for me to take in right now. All right, NBA tonight.
I just
let's
can't even
go.
believe that he did that. I really can't. Like, he's got it all figured out. Like, I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what am I having for dinner? I'm like, I guess I'm just too simple. I'm a simple man.
Gotta get through tonight. Wizards are in Philadelphia against the Sixers tonight. Friends and family only special here. -3.5 for the Sixers, 230.5 the total.
You know, this would be, like Breaking Bad. They'd have me duct taped in a garage somewhere to a chair, forcing me to watch this game. I would bet on the Sixers.
Man,
I just am not betting on this game, but if I had to, if I was making meth in a trailer, I would be on the Sixers.
2 more teams on the bottom side of the East, not in the play-in tournament action. The Raptors and the Nets, they'll be in Brooklyn tonight at the Barclays. Nets -2.5, 215.5 the total.
There's another one. I mean, honestly, this is like having poison ivy. I'll take
It's not fun.
I mean, can the Nets win a game for once?
No, I like the Raptors.
No?
Give me the Raptors.
All right.
Raptors on the road.
I want nothing to do with this game. There really is 2 games. I'll say 4 games.
The rest
I'm
of the
interested
games,
in. The next 4 you're giving me.
Yeah. The rest of them are all pretty good, and we'll start those at the top of the next hour. The 4 good games in the NBA tonight. And then all the baseball, Golf Wednesday, very busy second hour with that.
Here's a tip. Some machines and online games have higher average payouts than others. Want to try to maximize your odds? Well, do some research online to find games which have the highest RTP or return to player percentage. So now, go get lucky. See you in Las Vegas. Let's get lucky.
The 2 guys that can do it all.
Too much electricity this morning.
This is a good time. We're having a lot of fun.
I had to do a triple take.
Ka-ching! Why? Because of parity. I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Load management is a dirty word.
Let him rip.
You know what? Circumstances provide the results. What? How do you do this once? Oh, Donnie, you got such a good show there.
A network that is booming.
The early line, only on SportsGrid. The game is on. The stakes are high, but the action isn't just on the field.
He's rearranging that roof. Get it inside.
SportsGrid's in-game live. Your ultimate second screen experience.
A little flyer, couple of
15.5-point live line.
Every prop, every play, every day.
Anything can happen. That's complete chaos.
It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
There is going to be an energy to game time decisions that you will feel night in and night out. We're going to go through every single thing, and I've got a great team behind me that's going to help me get the job done. I want this to be the place that people come to. We are going to hit every single one of those markets that you need to know about. There is not going to be a better place, I promise you, than Game Time Decisions. We will have everything at our disposal, and we will use that to our advantage. I'm Kevin Walsh. Tune into Game Time Decisions from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on SportsGrid.